To Floyd is man up, be a man, don't be a beep, and get it.
Don't be.
Yeah, don't be a chicken, don't be a coward, don't be a chicken, don't be a coward. Be a man. Stop sitting down and throwing your problems on everybody else and blaming another individual or people for everything gone wrong in your life.
I go straight to the hospital and get operated.
Do you feel like he's ducking you?
Talking about ducking since before the first fight.
Organizing or helping take this across the finish line, we don't care.
Okay. September 19th, 5 months away. Is there a deadline that you guys have in your head or Netflix has in their head to where if papers aren't signed or things aren't agreed upon, then you're going to have to pivot and go to your plan B?
Right. So before entering into this, right, because I knew I'm dealing with Floyd, I already had multiple pivot plans in place, right? And we knew about this, and Manny and I spoke about this before, okay? His deadline right now, per the notices that he's got, is next week, Tuesday.
What does it look like when Manny Pacquiao finally snaps on Floyd Mayweather? No fake drama, no running, just a demand. Be a man of your word or forget the rematch.
What I say to Floyd is man up, be a man, don't be a beep, and get it.
Don't be.
Yeah, don't be a chicken, don't be a coward, don't be a chicken, don't be a coward. Be a man. Stop sitting down and throwing your problems on everybody else and blaming another individual or people for everything gone wrong in your life. I told you from the beginning, I warned you on a lot of things. I had your back on a million things. Now you have this opportunity. You're gonna have either the right team and you're gonna become a billionaire off of this, or you're gonna listen to the wrong advisors again and you're gonna be stuck in a holding pattern, or you're gonna hit your head in a wall. You have an option. Pick the right door, done, and build something big.
Manny Pacquiao says Floyd Mayweather has been running since their first fight. Same fake drama, same cowardly tactics, and now he's ending it with a lawsuit.
Do you feel like he's ducking you? Like he may not be in as good as shape as you are right now?
Talking about ducking since before the first fight.
Okay, Jazz, step right back in, man.
No, I think our focus comes down to looking at this fight and trying to get this fight across the finish line. Is he scared? Why would he else make up trying to turn it into an exhibition? So exhibition is completely off the table. He needs to, if he wants to be, look, he claims he's TBE. All the guys around him that are on his payroll claim he's TBE. Everyone claims he's TBE, right? But when you really look at it, the fans know Manny Pacquiao is an 8th division world champion.
Floyd Mayweather is officially on the clock. Joss Mather, CEO of Manny Pacquiao Promotions, just issued an ultimatum: meet the deadline or face consequences he won't see coming. The warning is clear, the stakes are terrifying, and the next move belongs to Mayweather. But he doesn't have much time.
September 19th, 5 months away. Is there a deadline that you guys have in your head or Netflix has in their head to where if papers aren't signed or things aren't agreed upon, then you're going to have to pivot and go to your plan B?
Right. So before entering into this, right, because I knew I'm dealing with Floyd, I already had multiple pivot plans in place, right? And we knew about this, and Manny and I spoke about this before, okay? His deadline right now, per the notices that he's got, is next week, Tuesday. Okay. Now, during this time, the lawyers are communicating. They understand that he does not want to create a bigger mess out of this, and he wants to come to the table. So come to the table means negotiation, right? What does negotiation mean? He wants more than what's contracted in the agreement.
Floyd Mayweather isn't just fighting the Netflix contract for each lawsuit. Reports say he's buried under multiple loans, IRS fines, over $100 million in potential penalties, and now his own boxing gym could be shut down over unpaid dues.
And it's supposed to be a real fight at the Sphere on Netflix. So he's reneging. And Manny Pacquiao is not happy, Netflix is not happy, so on and so forth, right? With that said, it said that Floyd Mayweather's boxing gym, the famous Mayweather boxing gym, has been receiving issues because unpaid money, right? And so it's on the verge of being shut down, allegedly. I was just there. And now it's widespread reports that Manny Pacquiao got wind of this, and Manny Pacquiao has bought Mayweather boxing gym, as you see here. But this is AI, people.
As if the Netflix lawsuit wasn't enough, the IRS just dropped a $7.3 million tax lien on Floyd Mayweather for unpaid bills dating back to 2018 and 2023.
$7.3 million in taxes. Floyd Mayweather under investigation again for tax fraud. When I hear that, all I can think about is, here comes the next stunt. Who's he going to fight next? Who's going to be the star that he picks out that he can do a pay-per-view with, that he can get in the Netflix show with? Because one thing Floyd Mayweather knows how to do is put on a show. And he has been in tax issues. Let's say this man has had tax issues for his entire career. But one thing you got to give him is he's always been able to win the next fight.
Here's how bad it's getting. A lien filed last month in Las Vegas allows the government to seize Mayweather's property until the debt is cleared. His attorney, no comment on the March 26th balance. And considering Floyd already owed $22.5 million for 2015 and $7.2 million for 2010, this tax trouble is becoming a pattern.
Imagine getting a letter from the IRS saying you owe millions in taxes. That is how Floyd Mayweather got knocked out by the IRS in 2022. Floyd had some issues with his taxes for the year 2017. The government checked his tax return and found a problem. So they informed him about it on February 2nd, 2022. He claimed a big expense of about $14 million that he says he paid for legal expenses. The government didn't agree with this expense and said it was a lie. So they said he owed about $5.5 million more in taxes because of it.
Joss Mather went further. Mayweather's fake hype is fully exposed. Not just the IRS lien, but debts to fighters like Logan Paul, with Mather claiming Floyd launders and manipulates agreements every single time. His verdict? Mayweather never earned a legacy like Pacquiao and isn't close. With chaos everywhere, Mather says follow the deal or a lawsuit buries him for good.
Manny Pacquiao has certain accolades and achievements that Floyd Mayweather doesn't. Now, Floyd Mayweather has an undefeated record. So does Rocky Marciano. Great. He's not unique in any form or manner, right? Running around and wearing 20 necklaces and talking about yourself all day doesn't make you unique in any form or manner either. So you need the appreciation from the people. You need to be considered loved by the fans, right? The people's champ. So right now he's a real boxer. This whole money robbery thing with the exhibitions and what he got away with Logan, which he still owes $1 million to, by the way, that stuff needs to be, he has to understand we're in a different time today. We're in a different era, and step up in the ring and honor your obligations.
Outside the ring, the hits keep coming. Manny Pacquiao is now suing Floyd Mayweather for breach of contract, adding to a growing pile of legal and financial nightmares that already includes an IRS lien, unpaid debts, and a looming Netflix dispute that could cost Mayweather over $100 million.
There's been many contracts that have been signed, and not just one. Advances have been given, loans have been taken out against the purse, right? Because this is a Netflix paper, so they're treating it as like a movie, a film contract, rather than a typical fight contract, right? So typical fight contract, you can't get your advance. You're gonna get a 10% or a 20% depending on the promoter and who you're working with, and then you get paid on fight night. In this case, it's a bit different because Netflix paper is a AAA paper and you can get cash against it. So you want to, whatever you want to call it, a loan, a cash advance, whatever you want to call it, he's taken money out against it, and it's with lawyers at the moment. He has a legal team that has got involved out of Los Angeles.
From tax debts to lawsuits, the former champ's unbeaten record is taking major damage where it hurts most: his wallet, the IRS lien, the Netflix breach claim, the unpaid fighter debts, and now Pacquiao's contract lawsuit have Mayweather cornered. Inside the ring, he never lost. Outside it, he's getting knocked out round by round.
They've reviewed everything. There's no real way out at all. Everything is intertwined together between all these contracts and collateralized against the loan and so on and so forth. Documents were notarized. We have text messages. We have all kinds of things. So it's not, it's not like he didn't know what he was signing. Okay. He definitely knew what he was signing. He definitely knew what he was getting himself into. But what can I say? I mean, at some point things just get real, and it got real. So that's where we're at today.
Well, consequences are real as well. So
absolutely.
What is the ramifications of him taking that money and then not honoring the contract?
But that's not the end. Mayweather is now stuck in a $4 million jewelry dispute, adding more questions to his luxury lifestyle. He's been accused of buying watches and chains but not paying, and the jeweler has officially sued. The undefeated fighter's flashy image is cracking under the weight of unpaid bills.
This time from a high-end Miami jeweler claiming he owes $1.375 million for luxury watches and chains. According to court filings, Mayweather allegedly purchased 27 watches and 15 chains, totaling $1.675 million from AJ's Jewelry last August, but paid just $300,000. 5 checks reportedly bounced. The lawsuit follows other recent legal issues, including a New York claim alleging he owes $330,000 in unpaid rent on a Manhattan penthouse, along with a separate federal case in South Florida involving a reported $4 million jewelry dispute.
The situation just turned darker. Manny Pacquiao claims Floyd pocketed his advance money. No more alibis. Insiders are labeling this the messiest rematch buildup in boxing history. Wade Plemons suspects something corrupt behind the curtain, suggesting Mayweather may be attempting to defraud Netflix by orchestrating this entire disaster.
That would be one of the most unprofessional things you could do, not trying to point the gun on Netflix or whoever else put this together, but something is off. Something's completely off, because you got one person saying, this is a real fight. You got the promotion saying, this is a real fight. You got Floyd Mayweather saying, no, this is an exhibition. There's two things that are happening here. Either somebody messed up in paperwork or in communication or in some form of getting this fight together, misspoke to one of these guys, or Floyd Mayweather is trying to scam Netflix. That is the only two things that can be possible here. Because we then get the report, as of yesterday, that Floyd Mayweather has already taken a cash advance payment of his purse.
Wade isn't guessing. He has solid sources. ESPN confirms the rematch is now in serious jeopardy, with Mayweather already collecting his upfront payment. That detail has boxing experts raising questions. Wade admits advance fees happen, but paying Floyd this way? Unusual. His verdict? Either the whole thing is scripted or Mayweather is trying to pocket Netflix's money while walking away.
For the upcoming Manny Pacquiao rematch on Netflix, despite it currently being in jeopardy, I don't even know how that's possible. Who gave him a cash advance before they even got to the fight? I understand like paying some up front to secure the fight, but paying everything? Maybe it's not what it is. Maybe the cash advance is like partially, but still, what? So if this is to be believed, and this is via ESPN, this is not, random Twitter person reporting this. I think Mike Coppinger also reported the same thing. If this is to be believed, Floyd took a cash advance and then undermined the promotion of his own fight to try to protect his 50-0 record and still make a bag.
This isn't Mayweather's first escape act. Wade saw it live. Floyd once arrived at a venue but refused to enter the ring without a ridiculous cash payout. Then came the Logan Paul mess, where Mayweather reportedly tricked a Dubai marketing firm. Wade says the public sees scraps. Beneath the surface, this drama runs much deeper.
I think that's somebody involved with Netflix. I think. I don't want to report that and not know it, but this person that Fight Hype is talking about, I think is someone involved with who is getting scammed there. But there's no receipts, anything like that, but this is getting, Deontay Wilder by the day, dude. I can't believe that Floyd has gone this far. It has to be a money thing, dude. It really does. Like when I said that Floyd was going broke, or at least that he was financially unstable, people were like, oh, he's got more money than you. What are you talking about? And I wasn't even trying to be mean with it. It's just a fact of the matter that Floyd has turned to the most insane business practices and downright scamming in some cases to get money that he hasn't even earned. And this looks like another example, except he's doing it in broad daylight to Netflix. Crazy.
One of the most startling updates comes from DJ Vlad, who paints a grim picture of Floyd Mayweather's finances, worse than ever before. The real story behind his ring return isn't legacy or glory, it's survival. DJ Vlad recalls visiting fitness influencer Wes Watson alongside a prominent jeweler who allegedly confirmed Mayweather is flat broke. Their diagnosis? Lavish spending destroyed his fortune. The cars, the chains, the cash tossing, it all caught up. Now, the boxing legend isn't fighting for pride, he's fighting because the bills won't stop and the well has run dry.
I was hanging out at Wes Watson's house, right? He's a big fitness influencer.
Yeah, I know
you know who he is, right? So we did a house tour.
Bald headed dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
White dude. Big,
like prisoner guy?
Prisoner
Okay,
dude, right, exactly. So when we're getting ready to shoot, he's got these kind of people at his house,
right?
And there's this old school jeweler dude there. They're oh, this is one of the OG jeweler guys. This is who everyone else gets their stuff from. And he told me, and I'm not gonna say who it is, but he's Mayweather's broke. I said, no. He's no, really, Mayweather's broke. Now I don't know if it's true.
Right.
This is what this guy told me. I'm how could he be broke? He's yo, he spends like crazy.
DJ Vlad digs deeper into Mayweather's luxury facade. He flies commercial now and stays under the radar, far from the private jet days. Vlad suggests Floyd's investments are failing and his wealth isn't what it used to be. One failed attempt, buying a jeweler's arcade, which never happened. Meanwhile, that same elite jeweler reportedly confirmed Floyd is broke. Strangely, despite his fallen status, almost no one seems to care that a boxing legend is financially crumbling.
Mayweather never flies commercial. He's only flying private.
So he doesn't own his own plane?
I don't think so. I've never seen a Mayweather plane, like a Drake plane. I've never seen that. Not to say that he doesn't. I don't know Mayweather like that. I've never even met him. So I don't know. I mean, you have a lot of properties. You have a lot of money you're constantly spending.
Right.
I don't know. Remember at one point he said he was buying the jewelry district building.
Yeah, and they said
that wasn't true.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know this man's finances, but this guy told me that Mayweather is in financial problems.
See, here's the part about actually losing your money when you're on that level and you're, kind of flossing, showing up. Nobody gives a shit.
As Mayweather's legacy crumbles, business experts keep stepping in with warnings. Grant Cardone, a sharp voice in finance, says Floyd is actively destroying his own assets. His verdict is brutal. If Mayweather doesn't change how he handles his wealth immediately, there's a strong chance he'll end up with absolutely nothing. The lavish spending, the bad investments, the legal battles, it's all steering the boxing legend towards an empty finish line.
I know guys with big followings, but there's nothing happens as a result of the following.
So you on the is Floyd rich or is Floyd broke? Which side?
I don't know. I think Floyd ends up broke.
Ends up broke.
If he doesn't, it's not a Floyd thing. It's not a Floyd thing. It's an asset thing. If you don't end up in assets, you end up broke.
Yeah.
So because you can't keep fighting forever.
So if Floyd was watching right now, what would you say to him?
Floyd, you need to spend as much time working on your investments as you do in Neiman Marcus or the Gucci store, the Fendi store.
He could just invest with you, though, right?
He could invest to Cardone Capital. I would ensure that he's a billionaire.
Wow.
You cannot become a billionaire without assets that produce cash flow.
All that flashy wealth showing off, it's done nothing good for Floyd Mayweather. Grant Cardone says that's not how billionaires behave. Instead of dangling watches and chains, Floyd should have invested heavily in real estate, tangible assets with reproductive potential that increase income and generate real business. Cardone's message is clear. Mayweather needs to take his wealth seriously instead of acting like a showman. Those expensive trinkets haven't brought him joy, just unpaid lawsuits and mounting legal trouble.
Floyd would take whatever money he's got, and we would basically, my recommendation to Floyd is, Floyd, do not be liquid. You do not want liquidity. Never show a king bed of cash again. Okay, it makes you look stupid. Okay, what would be smart is if you show somebody 38 acres of real estate that produces cash every month and say, look, I own that.
Wade Plemons weighs in with his own confirmation. Floyd Mayweather is absolutely drowning in financial trouble. He traces much of it back to a $340 million lawsuit Floyd reportedly missed, plus those unpaid taxes stacking up. The evidence is clear. Mayweather's finances aren't what they used to be. His comeback, followed by the Mike Tyson exhibition and the Pacquiao rematch, reveals his true motivation. This isn't about legacy anymore. It's about using these mega fights as a lifeline to patch his broken finances and recover from years of costly mistakes.
I told you guys Floyd is going broke, and there's no other clear explanation other than, you know, we can look through the court documents of him versus Showtime, but missing $340 million, being years and years behind on his taxes, that's clearly the motivation for this. And because Floyd, obviously, you know, he is one of the best of all time, so if he still can do it, do it. But Mike Tyson, followed by Manny Pacquiao, will get you out of a lot of financial bad situations and bad decision making. So this is why I think Floyd is doing this more than anything else, leveraging his 50-0 career, because that will bring in the viewership, and Netflix being the partner here.
Tim Bradley is raising serious alarms with a stunning revelation. In his assessment, the possibility of Mayweather trying to deceive Netflix is far from unrealistic. Bradley stresses a critical detail. The upfront money Floyd pocketed is generally refundable by industry standards. That means if the promised event doesn't materialize, every dollar must be returned. This twist injects a dangerous new element into an already volatile situation surrounding the undefeated but increasingly embattled boxing legend.
I just want to make y'all aware, you know, I'm not 100% right on this, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know the legalities of the actual contract and why Mayweather's choosing to do what he's going to do what he's doing. I don't think Mayweather is afraid. I don't think he's afraid. No, I don't. I'm sorry, I don't. Come on. Barrios, he's not afraid of Pacquiao. Trust me, he's not. But the thing I want to make you guys aware of is that when you get these advancements, you can put a non-refundable tag on these advancements.
Bradley breaks down how boxing normally works. Advance payments are given to fighters as upfront, risk-free money. That standard industry practice now adds a fascinating new layer to Mayweather's growing troubles. Here's the catch. If the event collapses or obligations aren't met, that cash isn't a free gift. It must be returned in full. The looming question hanging over Floyd, did he treat refundable money as his own personal fortune? And more importantly, is he now legally on the hook for every dollar?
Now, I don't know if Mayweather did that, but you can. You can put a non-refundable attachment on this and be like, all right, hey, I need an advancement for training. I need $3-4 million or whatever for training expenses. And if they agree to say yeah, and he put in a contract that is non-refundable, it's free money. It's basically free money. So we know, Mayweather was, it's been reported, I should say, allegedly, that, he's been, a little upside down on some of his taxes and some of his properties. And he needed to come back and fight and take care of that.
The boxing world is on fire. Max Kellerman and Mike Coppinger agree. Mayweather wants a clean exit, dodging responsibility to save his image. Specialists warn this move destroys his legacy. With a broken contract and Netflix watching closely, real consequences are coming. One thing's true, dodging won't be easy for Money Mayweather. His luck is finally running out, and everyone can see it.
That it's a real fight that'll count on their records, and it's going to be at the Sphere, so I'm not sure what Floyd is talking about. I don't know if Floyd got bad advice, but he's contracted, so it would be a breach if not.
I think what puts a damper on Mayweather-Pacquiao 2 was Mayweather-Pacquiao 1. The big letdown of a fight.
That's another damper.
But this is like, all you have to ask yourself, Gabe, to me, about when a fight is made is, are you going to watch it live or not? When it's on, are you going to watch it, yes or no?
I'm definitely watching.
Yeah, me too. So, like, everyone can shut up, right? Because we're all going to watch.
But I would not watch it if it's an exhibition, not necessarily live.
Yeah, you would. You'd still watch it.
I don't really watch all the exhibitions live.
Yeah, but whatever they call it, you're going to watch it.
Maybe.
But you're right, though, as an official fight, because it brings in the intrigue of, we just saw Manny draw against a world-class fighter, whatever you want to say about Barrios.
Max Kellerman cuts straight to the heart of it. Mayweather is ducking professional fights for one simple reason: fear. He's desperate to protect that flawless record. Other legends returned and tasted defeat. Kellerman notes Pacquiao just went the distance with a younger Barrios, still fighting real competition. Meanwhile, Mayweather, well past his prime, is cooking up this whole Netflix mess just to avoid a single blemish on his precious resume.
Barrios is... And Mayweather is right at that age, almost 50, where guys fall off a cliff.
Yep.
And he has the undefeated record to protect.
And
right?
it's Mayweather's identity, right? That's its whole identity.
That's why Mayweather doesn't want it to be a pro fight, because you want to just safeguard that record.
50 knows a big thing, and if you lose that, it's like, okay, Floyd, so. But I would make an expedition, because who's not gonna watch it?
It's not up to him. He already signed a contract. It's a real fight.
That's what I don't get. How you sign a contract that you saying it's
about
not?
Retiring undefeated. It's interesting because you can retire. A lot of guys have passed Rocky Marciano 49.
Right.
No. But then they kept fighting and they lost.
Chavez.
Right? Yeah, Chavez is one. There have been others. By the way, Rocky Marciano was training for a comeback when Floyd Patterson was champ.
The rematch is barely holding on. Gabe Rosado believes someone warned Mayweather to avoid a professional fight, but with financial pressure mounting, he took the deal anyway. Reports say Floyd grabbed his purse up front and is now hunting for an exit to preserve his undefeated record. Inside the ring, experts seriously doubt this fight ever happens. Pacquiao isn't budging. He'll only step in if Mayweather fully commits to a real professional bout and clears the air completely.
Being that it's an official pro fight,
I do get it.
Floyd was probably not advised.
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, look, obviously Floyd, covets his record and certainly doesn't want to losing a fight when he's, way past his prime and not even active. But he needs the money, clearly. We've seen what's in the news and, I'm not in his pockets or anything, but he's going to make a lot of money and rightfully so. I don't see him turning down a major payday over this, but we'll bear watching. And also, I'm told that further to that, Pacquiao has no interest in this if it's not a real fight.
If I'm Floyd, I'm not fighting unless it's just a regular. If it's a pro fight, I'm not. Why would I do it? I'm old.
Because you need the money.
I don't know if he needs. I ain't getting the man's pocket.
Assuming he does.
I don't know if he needs the money or not.
Let's assume he does. That's why he's coming down. Just assume. So, and you're going to make, I don't know, what is it? How much? What's his guarantee for the fight?
So here's where we stand. Mayweather's empire is cracking. The lawsuits are stacking up, and Pacquiao isn't playing games anymore. The IRS wants millions, Netflix wants answers, and Floyd, he's running out of places to hide. One thing's for sure, this story is far from over. If you want to stay locked in on every twist, every lawsuit, and every knockout blow outside the ring, make sure you smash that like button, drop a comment telling us who you think is really telling the truth, and subscribe so you don't miss the next update, because the clock is ticking on Money Mayweather, and we'll be watching every second. See you in the next one.